Okay, today's little side video is sort of radio related, sort of components related, and it's again part of the vintage radio series. And some people probably wonder, how do you clean things? Well, there are several methods of doing it, and my favourite for cleaning flux and for cleaning general dirt and gunk off circuit boards and components and basically degreasing is isopropanol, isopropyl alcohol. And as you see, you buy it in 5 litre barrels, and it's very, very cheap for this sort of quantity. There's no point in buying, 100ml bottle. It's just, not worth your time and effort and the cost of shipping it. If you're going to buy it, buy a decent sized tub. You'll be surprised at what you can do with it, and you don't just use it once and throw it away. Hence this rather disgusting looking thing next to it. So let me move that off the bench and put that back underneath the bench where it lives. And what have we got here? Right, now normally I have a glass jar with isopropyl alcohol in it, and I keep it at the back of the bench, and whenever I've got some screws or bolts or components or washers or bits that need cleaning, I throw them in the glass jar and give it a good shake every now and then, and Bob's your uncle. And of course all the dirt comes off, and you then think, well, you fish out the bits that you want, which is fine, but then you're left with this gunky looking fluid. So my method of making it nicer again and getting rid of the gunk is quite simple. You have the top of a fizzy pop bottle. I think this is Aldi or Lidl's own brand cola flavour drink. Naturally we have a Greek yogurt pot, but any pot that you can cut a hole in and balance that in the top will do. And here we have some paper coffee filters, and literally all this is you get the whole jar of stuff once you've fished all your components out that you've cleaned, and that goes in there. Pour it all in there and let it drip through. And you can do it once, twice, 3 times, depending on how gunky your solution is. And what you end up with, apart from having a smelly room in the house, because obviously the fumes of an open pot of isopropyl, I think they smell quite nice, but some people don't like the smell, some people are worried about toxic chemicals, but hey, this is us you're talking about. So yeah, once it's all drained through, you're left with a filter full of gunk. So I can tear this open and you can see that it is, gunk, and it's just rubbish in there. It really is disgusting. Now this could be quite toxic because it will be flux, it will be oil, it will be grease. Some of it that's 50, 60, 70 years old, where chemicals might not have been environmentally safe, shall we say. So that's all junk. And what you're left with after putting it through the coffee filter is a rather dark looking sample. And as you see, it's not clear because a coffee filter is not the finest filtration device in the world. It's designed to let coffee through and keep solid matter out. So your isopropyl is no longer clear. It's still got dissolved fluxes and what have you in it. But for the purposes of cleaning stuff, and for example, let's see if I got something that we can clean. For example, one of these capacitors. For general cleaning, you just dip your cotton bud in it, and you can get the muck off like that, and away you go, as they say. Nice and simple. There you go. If you want to dry it off, you can either use the other end of the cotton bud, or you can use a bit of kitchen towel, bit of anything you like. The only thing I would say about using isopropyl on component markings is it takes them off. So if you've got something that you want to keep markings on, then don't use isopropyl. Just use water. I know that sounds ridiculous when you're dealing with electronics, but you know, this is a solvent. This will take off a surface. So there we go. Nice, quick and easy how I clean things using lovely chemicals, and how I reuse them over and over again until that goes to a colour where I can't filter it anymore, and then it gets disposed of correctly down at the waste recycle centre. In fact, I put it in with the old cooking oil, and I could say I could run the car off it, but I won't, because that would be illegal. But no, I don't run the car off it. It goes to the recycling centre, and they can dispose of it along with some of the other hazardous stuff that you have when you do electronics. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope you found this interesting. See you again for the next video. Bye for now.